curiosity, interest, and obsession. Mile markers on my road to damnation.
Every single thing he says can be applied to my feelings about modding the game. Hello everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Darkest Dungeon with me, your host Tim. Remember that this is a modded version of the game. You can find Red Hook's stance on modding their game down below in the video's description, which at the very least is summed up as if you install a mod of any sort, Red Hook is not reliable for any destruction to your system as a result of installing that mod. Hey, you know, that's more than fair. Right, so as usual everyone, I'm going to be going ahead and talking about the LUNM mod for a bit, then we'll be doing the town related things, then we'll be out on the adventure. Down below in the comment section, I will have a comment down there, which will allow you to click on various time steps to be jumped to the sections which interest you, just as a heads up. Okay. Hey everyone, I keep messing this part up, so we're take 7. So for LUNM related things, I'm going to be putting in the comments section an idea that I have for trinkets, new creature abilities, and new creatures. I'll probably be putting like a single comment to every single video I upload from now on, as I'm curious as to what other people would think about some of the ideas that I have. There are 3 new creatures I want to add to the game, and I have the know-how to use existing resources to make new creatures. But I am not an artist, and I, at this moment, do not own Spine, so I cannot create new creatures out of thin air. Even if I could, again, not an artist, I am horrible. I can't even draw stick figures right. Anyway, when it comes to new creatures, I got 3, and I wanted to add a particular special trinket for each class. I wanted to do this in the previous version of LUNM, and I also have new abilities I'd like to add to all the creatures. If you're interested in seeing my thoughts, you can go down to the comment section there, and I'll have one down there every day. It also lets me avoid talking about such in this portion of the video. For LUNM-related things I've done between now and the previous session, there has been nothing. I didn't even add the bandage as an optional inventory for the flagellant. It was a tough day. I just want to come home and play some Darkest Dungeon. But Darkest Dungeon had an update, so then I had to make my mods compatible with that and get them uploaded to the most recent spot, which reminds me, if you have downloaded LUNM, keep in mind that the Crimson Court came out just like a week ago, and so Red Hook's in the middle of patching everything and rebalancing stuff and so on. So whenever Red Hook has a patch released, you can expect me to try to get my LUNM mod here working with it as soon as possible. Just keep in mind that if you see Darkest Dungeon have a download, like it updates, and you were using LUNM, please immediately back up your save file, just in case it gets overridden, and you lose progress, or you lose trinkets, or the game doesn't load, or you had like other people in your roster, you had like all 30 or however many is unlockable, and you lose roster size, and you just lose people just out of the blue, because it's been reverted to the base game. So please back up your save file. I would hate for anything like that to happen to you. Alright, so I think that's it really for the LUNM mod today. Let's go take a look and see if there's any new heroes here that we need to talk about, what their differences. Nice! And we have an Abomination and a Houndsmaster. So let's talk about these characters and what makes them different in my mod compared to the base game. As usual, I'll be avoiding talking about the camping skills. I will do that later when we actually begin camping. Okay, so for the Houndsmaster, I believe his stats are pretty much unchanged, though I might have given him one more minimum and or maximum point of damage. I can't remember at the moment. So he's got Hound's Rush. I believe this is unchanged from the base game, the exception being the final 5th rank of this skill, which the bleed lasts for 4 turns on the target instead of 3. Hound's Harry also remains unchanged with the exception of rank 5, in which the bleed lasts for 4 rounds instead of 3. Target Whistle. The debuff is less than what it is in the base game. I'm still so surprised I have to say that, because I added debuffs to these ages ago, and then I'm so glad Red Hook added Suit. Keep in mind that my debuffs are different than Red Hook's. My debuffs affect 2 things. I think Red Hook's mostly affect 1, and they affect things in a lesser amount, especially protection. This is because creatures in my game have less prot than normal. Cry Havoc is unchanged. Guard Dog is unchanged as well, I believe. Lick Wounds in my mod has a 10% stress reduction buff. You take 10% less stress damage whenever you suffer it. I think it was Destruction 42K who recommended that, if I recall. Blackjack in my mod has a great stun chance, 125% chance. I think it's 110 in the base game, but I'm not 100% sure of that. And his camping skills are different. I would love to be able to tell you the exact differences between my mod and the base game. I have a video on my channel which actually says as such, but I know Red Hook's been making changes since then, and it may not be quite adequate anymore. It might not be up to date with what the current incarnation of the game is like. I'll have to remake that video later. That took so long to do. Okay, the Abomination. So, okay, it's been a while since I've looked at the differences between the Abomination and the base game. Originally, my Abomination, I believe, caused more stress and healed less stress than the base game's Abomination did. But now, I think it's more than what the base game does. This is still fine, because my mod adds the creatures adding stress damage to you. It's a 72% chance with every hit, by the way. I went and checked the file. 72% chance for apprentice creatures, 75 for veteran creatures, and 78 for champion creatures. So in my mod, here's the stats. I don't really know what they are in the base game, but there you have it. Manacles in my mod is a minus 60% damage. I believe in the base game it's minus 80, I want to say. Beast's Bile in my mod does more blight damage to the targets, 3 instead of 2, I think. And it also has a prot debuff. I'm going to break the rule I just made about posting things down below and ask you guys what you think if I was to also make this ability clear corpses. It would make sense to me that it would do that. I'm imagining that the bile does blight damage. Maybe it also is like acidic, so it just dissolves bodies quickly. And that'd be neat to have another type of character have an ability to clear corpses in my mod. The only person who does so at the moment is the Antiquarian. Here's Absolution. I think it's exactly unchanged between my game and the base game. There's my Rake, and this is when I think Red Hook's changed its, because before Crimson Court, I believe the buff self with the extra damage every time you use Rake was the buff. It still is that in my mod, but I don't know what it is in the base game any longer. I've heard that they've taken this away. I think it adds speed to him instead. But in my mod, it does this. I think Rage is unchanged, and I think Slam is unchanged as well. I can't remember if it has the debuff in the base game or not. And, as always, his camping skills are different. Okay. Alright, that'll do it for the LUNM mod stuff, everyone. So, let me quickly save this. There we go. Alright, so if you clicked the link down below, welcome to the town-related things. Let's go ahead and go through the town stuff. So, right, we just saw the fact that we have a Houndsmaster and Abomination, and I like to get one of each class with me to get going here. Now, on that note, I'm looking at Reynold, because he is god-awful. Like, look at all these negative quirks. So, oh man, he really wants to look at treasure curios. He doesn't want to steal them, thank goodness, but he wants to loot them. And one of those is locked. He also wants to look at torture devices. He is really nosy. He's really curious about everything. Thankfully, he doesn't have curious. That would be absolutely nightmarish. So I think we're just going to drop Reynold. I have a Reynold and Dismas in Yahanathle, so I don't need to get the achievement in this playlist. Take care, sir.
Send this one to journey elsewhere, for we have need of sterner stock.
Off camera, I've looked at all the other characters, and I believe I am at least willing to consider keeping them around. So I will not get rid of any of them at the moment. This reminds me, everyone, that if you ask to be named after one of the characters here, I will be naming characters once they survive their first mission as a level 1 character. That way, if you die early, if the character dies early, hey, that's perfectly fine. And if you pick up a bunch of negative quirks like Reynold did, I've got an option at the end of the first mission whether or not I view it as worthwhile to keep going with that character. Like Mallet here, she picks up another bad negative quirk, she may be dropped. These aren't the absolute worst, but I made all of the negative quirks worse in my mod. Alright, so with Reynold fired, and with the knowledge I'm not getting rid of anyone else, let's figure out which of these Houndsmasters I'm taking. Oh, wow. Faded is nice, especially on him, because he's got his Hounds Rush and Hounds Harry. Meditator could be good. Oh, that's a bug. That should be negative 10%. So, it is applying the effect correctly, but the text is wrong. God darn it. Okay, I'll fix that. Oh, oof. Okay. Okay. He's decent. Claustrophobia is going to be a real pain in the butt for him. He can still use Hounds Harry from rank 1 if he gets moved there. I just have to keep that in mind. Okay, he's decent. He's a decent character. Baressa? Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. So, we see known cheat. It's basically the kleptomania of my mod. Or a kleptomania of my mod. And he's got flagellant, so he's not going to be wanting to get rid of stress in a cheap fashion. On guard and weaponsmith. Weaponsmith is the old, oh, what was it called? There was a quirk in the base game which lets you lower the cost of upgrading by 20%. I always thought that was never a skill you lock. So weaponsmith, I love the idea of this. Make it really worthwhile to lock that down. And I would love to take him for this, but I really don't like known cheat and flagellant. So I think we're going to grab Norman instead. Honestly. Yeah, let's grab Norman instead.
A lawman and his faithful beast. A bond forged by battle and bloodshed.
Thawne has Deadly. Nice. 2% crit. And Witness, which kind of makes sense for an abomination, I suppose. Since he won't venture with religious folks. So, sure. We'll go ahead and take him. Everyone, I've heard that the abomination cannot adventure with the flagellant either. I find it interesting that so many characters won't adventure with him. I wonder why Red Hook continues to allow that to be the case.
Tortured and reclusive. This man is more dangerous than he seems.
It'd be neat if there were other types of restrictions amongst the different characters. Like, maybe like the Jester can't adventure with the Hellion, for example, for some reason, or so on. I'm surprised that only the religious modifier seems to matter. It doesn't matter in any other aspect of the game. So, I don't know, I just found that interesting. Okay, so now for more town stuff. So, Polstal needs some stress recovery. Vivenni picked up Kleptomaniac, didn't she? Yes, she did. So I want that gone. But this week, she can spend here getting rid of the worries. Actually, why do you need the rash? If the worries doesn't even sound like something that would have a rash to it. What the heck? Okay, and someone else, I've got to get the amount of quirks gone here. One of these quirks has got to go away. Where are we going? Where are we going this week? That means I haven't looked at this off screen yet. Okay. I'll never use the Dark Bracer. Not with level 1s. Oh, we could go to the Cove. We could go to the Cove for the Churion's Charm. That's a decent item. I don't know if I'm ready for a long mission yet. And I want level 2s before I step in the courtyard. Oh, I like that trinket. That's pretty awesome. Activate 3 thronging hives. I don't think I want to go to the courtyard yet. I want level 2s before I step in there. Also, it's kind of weird, everyone, but I noticed this when I was watching one of my videos. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I wonder if it means anything. Do you see how the warrens... Look at the color on the outside of the warrens here. But the color here is yellow. It's the same color as a long mission. I just thought that was interesting, is all. Okay, so let's go to the Cove. We haven't been to the Cove yet. So who's good at the Cove? Cove Tacticians. So we should probably bring Dismas with me. Norman, Dagnomania. There isn't very many torture curios in there, if any. There's not many things that can move you in there, to my recollection. So we will bring Norman as well. So if you want a healer, you're not going to have one for this. It's just 24 stress. We could bring Thon with us. Do this. Add Cartus as our healer. Even though he has stress, we might be okay. Then I need someone on the front line. So you want to venture with him, is that correct, Kane? Yeah, I can't even add you to it. Okay. I'm kind of limited here who else I would want to bring. It really should be Dismas. He's got Cove Tactician. He doesn't really want to be on the front line is the problem. I don't really have anyone who would be on the front line then. I guess we'll bring Rhinelin after all. She's bloodthirsty. Okay. Monster within. Yep. She's practically a beast. She's so angry all the time. It's awesome. We have someone who changed to a beast, someone who has a beast as a pet, and someone who summons a beast within him. So that makes sense. Let's go ahead and do it. We're here. Oh, trinkets. And before you forget. Okay, so why don't we give the Dazzling Charm to you, because you can stun people. You could blight them, but oh. Actually, yeah, that's fine. We'll take this with you as well. We'll give you the crest. We have a Hound's Whistle. There's no reason not to equip that. Okay, it's a short mission. We'll bring 7 torches. We don't really need keys in this place. We'll just bring 1. We do want to bring a few medicinal herbs, just in case we get any... There's quite a few trinkets, or the trap can interact with that, so I do want those. I will also bring 3 shovels with us. We won't need too many bandages at this level. We'll just bring... I think 2 will be good enough. Everyone here has a self-heal? Actually, everyone here has a self-heal. I don't need to bring the... Hold on. We don't need to bring him. Everyone here has a self-heal, so we can bring someone else for the very back rank. So we'll bring Holly instead. Okay, so one more time. Oh, now we lost torches because the occultist is gone. 7 torches, 1, 2, 3 shovels. This is useless in here, really. Medicinal herbs, we'll add 3 more. I want a full stack of food, even though we can get some. I always prefer to go prepared. We have a single key, that's good enough. I don't think we need any blood. How about bandages? We'll bring just... Actually, we have her now. I think just 1 bandage will be good. We don't need more... Actually, we don't really need bandages. Not in the cove. Not really. We should be okay. At veteran level and higher, we want them. Is this everything? Food, shovels, torches. Those are the most important things to bring. Medicinal herbs. We'll bring 1 more, but this... it's a short mission, Tim. You only need 4. Alright, let's do it. The fish folks' scaled skin affords them increased resistance to bleeding attacks. Thankfully, though, they're very vulnerable to blight. Yep. Very, very vulnerable to blight. Alright, let's do it.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
Oh, look at this hallway here. That is pretty awesome. I wonder if... You must have been able to reach both these locations. That's pretty awesome looking. Alright, so we have a little bit of backtracking. This is indeed a short dungeon. We're going to have to go back this way. We didn't get a scout either. Alright, well, let's walk in. Hello! Okay, let's cover the differences. So, groupers, even the rank 1 rank 1 ones totally have that rough water buff that they can use on themselves. I think I've lowered their maximum damage by 1 or 2 points at level 1. I can't remember. I think they might even have 1 more hit point. I don't think there's any differences in what the Pelagic Shaman can do. Okay, they're surprised. Let's use an Emboldening Vapors on her. Marlon, you missed
a time to perform beyond one's limits.
You missed a great deal before. Hopefully you won't miss this time. You can hit the one in the 3rd rank. Let's use a target whistle. And try to kill it.
Destroyed.
Oh god, 8 damage. That's ridiculous. Okay. Let's bleed out the front one.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
That accuracy is what I want. That minus accuracy on him. Stacking that blight. It will die when it goes. I don't have to do anything.
The blood quickens. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Okay, let's move on. Pretty good. We'll come back in the dark. So we'll leave that there at the moment. I don't think I've altered the Pelagic Guardians at all. I don't think I did. I might have lowered the protection to 33. It might have been 50% originally. I can't remember, though. But I don't think I altered them. We're going to go ahead and transform.
Inspiration and improvement.
Some monsters have high procs. All right, let's go ahead and... Why don't we use a Disorienting Blast? Might have saved her. Caused a little bit less damage there. All right, let's try to kill it.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Oh wow, he's guarding the front guy, and he'll probably guard the shaman, I would imagine. No, Octocentus. Oh god.
No quarter.
Okay, let's miss. He's being guarded by this guy. Let's get our damage up a little.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Oh god. And bleeding. Oh my goodness. It's gonna take a while. Let's heal. Try to put a bleed on him if at all possible. Wow, they're gonna focus her down. battlefield healing her. Gotta kill one of these guys.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Okay, she needs to move back a spot. Or someone needs to move up to take her place.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Right, the only thing he can do is that from that spot. Let's try lighting him. We're gonna move you forward. Where can we use this from? Here. That way he's got to focus on people who can have better self-heals. Now, he doesn't enact the delaying mechanic, so I can kind of take my time with this and try to heal a little bit more of this high damage we took. I want one more blight on him. That will let him die in two rounds. Unless he crits. Okay, good. He's dead when he goes next round.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Definitely need some food. Not really worth it. Okay, let's move down. We'll come back for this when it's darker out.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
I'm gonna have to decide if I want to use that shovel there on the way back. We'll see how well we do. I'm getting nervous, honestly. Okay, I think we will use a shovel here. That was worthless. We lost money for that. That's a shame.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
So far, this has been expensive. Not very profitable for us. No extra treasures happening, even though we're venturing in the dark.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Get our light back up. I want the scout. Oh, hello, brigands. I think I've covered all of them already, so I don't think I need to do it again. Let's... What do I want to do? Noxious Blast? Embolden? Let's embolden.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Oh, crap. What are we doing, Tim? Okay, let's eat this right now. I need to get him stunned. I can't afford the damage he's going to do to me. Might as well hit him with the hits.
Weaken.
Here goes point blank. No, Rain of Whips. Trying to kill him. Good. He's now done for. We're actually going to Battlefield Medicine because she'll... it's just a tiny bit of blight. Let's just... what does this do? Let's put it on him. get his speed down a little. Dodge and damage.
A death by inches.
Oh, God. Just couldn't. Oh, yes.
As
Oh,
the
thank
fiend
goodness for the
falls,
bleed.
A faint hope blossoms. The will to fight. Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
And now we're all bleeding for a lot of bleed damage. That stinks. Okay, let's move in. We may be having to run here. Or we just abandon all these heroes when they get back to town. Yes, you do. Oh, God. Let's light one of them. I need to kill too quickly, if possible. That's... I don't want to see. Oh, God! She may be dying. Doesn't that figure? The lowest amount of damage. Can we put a bleed on him? No, we can't. She's gonna go to Dad's door.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
They haven't used the buff yet. I'm gonna have to double check it to make sure everything's okay.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. A devastating blow.
Okay, I'm going to just do this ability, because I need to heal her once. Good God, we're getting the ever-living snot beat out of us here. Just heal. We should be able to hopefully beat him. Oh God, he's in the front rank, Tim. That's a shame. That's gonna hurt. Oh, come on, people.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
So can we? We're taking a pounding here. We're not looking very good at all. And we're not getting very much loot from the curios today. Well, we go this way. Yes, some fish. Okay, so we totally want this. I'm going to make it a little darker as well. Let's have the Hellion interact with it. We'll get the next sack. There are lots of curios. We're just not getting much from them. Want the journal entry. More anti-venom that we simply don't need. Okay, so we'll want it at this light. Do I really want that? I don't think I do. I really don't think I do. I don't want the light that much. We want 90% light. Let's step in and do it. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. Okay, so let's try killing the sea maggot. I know that's not called a snail. And it will die when it goes. Perfect. We've used all our biscuits already. Nice. Good amount of damage there. That's a waste. He's just gonna die. He's gonna die with more damage on him. Oh, God.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Oh, maybe he's not used to buff because I did try to make it work so that he wouldn't use it when he's damaged. Oh, God, now he's in the front, but that also kind of works. Oh, no. Woo! So the AI is very interesting. If it can kill you with any move, it makes the attempt to do so at all times. Let's heal. Get off that door. Wow. Good, he's dead. One hit point. Oh, wow. Now he's back up to almost full. He'll die when he activates, so I'm not so worried about him.
Trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
These will not stack any more than that. I don't need the anti-venom. I say unconvincingly to myself, because this could heal us as well. 500 bucks, and we don't have any money. I actually would like to hold on to the journal page, so we could drop the key. Let's drop the anti-venom. There's another room, probably a treasure chest room at the very end there, so we've got to do it. This I don't know why it resets to the tutorial stuff, but it totally does. Super long hallway here. Okay, more stuff, more boxes and crates. I would really like the other journal page, but I have nothing I'm willing to... Oh! Drop for it. That's what that one says, everyone. Go ahead and read it if you like. That's what that one says. There you go. If I'm being honest, we need these more than the journal page, so... To my knowledge, unlocking a whole set of journals doesn't do anything for you but give you some cool story to read. And that's a shame, but there you have it. So, we're not taking them with us. I need some light when we reach down here, but I want that scout enough that I'll use both our torches. We didn't get the scout. We've had like 3 traps, so I don't think there'll be any other traps down this hallway. Apparently there's nothing down this hall. Nope. I don't know what you do. I just know shovels used on you is a bad idea. Alright, we have a little bit of food. Oh, we had Stress Eater, Tim. It's a good thing you forgot all about that. 1, 2, 3. Holy crap, Tim. And the treasure chest, okay. Yeah, I think every dungeon has a treasure chest in it. Alright, let's...
Precision and power.
Get the extremely powerful vomit on them. Let's bleed them. Oof. He's not gonna die, not even if I do full damage to him. Let's mark him. We'll try to kill him next round. focusing on Hallie back there. I see. Oh, he got to go again before we got to go. That's bad.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
We will survive. You might not, though. Unfortunately.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Oh, wow. That's not what you want to hear someone who was a police officer say. Or a man of justice. Get you off of that door, sir. You can't do anything there. Move you back to. What you got to go next? My goodness. Stuff to chew through. I can start trying to burn the bodies up, I suppose.
Impressive.
Hello. Hello. Welcome to the front line.
Masterfully executed.
Ooh, that's a terrible thing to say. You're dead when you activate.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
We don't need a torch. It's not worth anything. We're gonna put out the light.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Then we'll search the chest. We have a key for it.
A full pack often attracts unwanted attention.
A hint, I suppose, as to the collector that we haven't seen yet. But that'll do it for us, everyone. We're done with this one. Let's get back to town.
At last, wholesome marine life can flourish. If indeed there is such a thing.
I don't think there is, based on the creatures I fight in here all the time. Oh man, everyone gained something. Oh god. Okay, let's see what we're trying to get rid of. Robust and calm. Oh, come on. Beast Slayer is wonderful, but Dud Hitter is not. Cove Tactician. Okay, Norma's hopeless, but I guess he's learned how to fight these creatures slightly better. And Flagellant. Lots of people really like being whipped.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
We're getting this a lot. A crumbling stone entry to a forgotten labyrinthian garden has been uncovered. The discoverer, sadly, has perished from innumerable insect things. Concern rises. I guess we constantly get that event until we do the one courtyard mission, but I'm not doing the courtyard mission until I got level 2s. Paul still has been inspired with holy worship and wishes to remain in prayer, of course. 50 stress recovered. Oh, Pick Vinny is in there. I thought it was Pie Vinny. Has removed the worries. Mallet has returned after the private game broke up at last. The town is abuzz, and we have 2 level 1s. And that will do it for us, everyone. I guess I will see you guys in the next mission. Take care, and thanks for watching.